Soon, for the first time ever, carbon-based life forms may not be the only things breathing life into this great universe. We are well on the way to creating a being the likes of which have never been seen before. There are infinite branches of possible paths before us, infinite directions along which to continue. We must choose which path we follow on this great march of consciousness. How do we embrace the great enigma of artificial intelligence? From the reverberations of history, we know that we will always march forward in the name of progress, in the name of discovery, in the name of blindly chasing a notion of reason, meaning, and purpose. But this time, somehow, something feels different. As we step into the great unknown, the canvas before us is far from black and white. It's a kaleidoscope of intersecting hues, a labyrinth of intersections leading us to unforeseen destinations. But one thing is and will always be clear. We must, forever, listen to the echoes of the past as they guide us through the trials of the future. One way or another, we will march forward into the heart of this labyrinth, where the choices we make today will sculpt our fate in the very essence of what it means to be human tomorrow. This technology is just that, technology. Humans have experienced revolutionary technology more times than I can even begin to cover in this video. Either from sheer dumb luck or some sort of divine intervention, we somehow haven't overpushed our boundaries and crashed into a brick wall. Some innovations do bring terror and turmoil, but most, in the grand scheme of things, bring prosperity. Either way, these technologies have ever increased humanity's grasp on the universe, and they have brought prosperity to billions around the world. New technologies are often disruptive, but once the dust eventually settles, the world is always a little bit brighter. We have accomplished things today that would have seemed inconceivable a mere 100 years ago. We have split the atom. We have been to space. We can resurrect extinct species. All of these technologies have given more and more fuel to the ever-growing flame of civilization, exponentially increasing the rate of future progress. But will we someday push on the gas just a little too hard and break past the speed limit of innovation, inevitably losing control on what we have so meticulously built? One of the most disruptive innovations of human history was the internet. The day the internet was born, a new civilization was born with it. A new civilization with infinite information everywhere, all at once. That day, humanity transformed from primitive beings to augmented machines with unlimited access to everything that ever was. No one could have predicted the extent of the impact this technology would have on humanity, just as no one can predict the impact artificial intelligence will have in the coming years. It is entirely possible this technology will transcend humanity beyond the realm of physics as we know it. It is just as possible it remains a mere tool for the most mundane and simple tasks. One way or another, it will transform the everyday societal jobs and roles of millions of humans, as it basically already has. theme has started to emerge across numerous industries. People are losing their jobs. Artists, customer support specialists, writers, even the very programmers who dreamt the models into existence are now using those same models to automate the work of their subordinates. This has happened before. As we look back through the echoes of the past, we see that trends similar to this have always brought more new jobs to the market than those being replaced. These changes have always improved the overall capability of humankind. Why should AI be any different? If AI is taking the jobs of artists, does that mean that society will lose touch with its creative side? What happens if machines become more capable of creativity than humans have ever been? What would be the point of humanity? From everything we have known, in the face of transformative technologies, humans have always found new ways to be creative. The internet augmented knowledge and information. AI could augment creativity by enabling more and more expression than ever before. This would lead us to a new age of discovery, with advancements in every field of understanding. We will have answers to all the questions we have ever thought to ask, and all the questions we have never thought to ask. A complete utopia. Or is it? If we are not the ones doing the thinking, then what is the point of thinking at all? What is our purpose? We currently do not know the true essence of what consciousness is. We are able to map every thought and emotion to a specific region of the brain, but so far we have not found a consciousness region. No region that separates us from the rest of life on Earth. We are physically much less capable than millions of other species, yet somehow we rose to the top. Why is this? What gave us this superpower? In 100 years, we have advanced more than any other species has in 1,000,000. We have created systems that can outperform the most intelligent and knowledgeable humans in their respective fields. The human brain has been around for hundreds of thousands of years, yet these systems are somehow better. How could this be? Generally, we have attributed our achievements to intelligence, but there are other species that are also quite intelligent. Maybe we were just the first to reach a breaking point in intelligence that has fueled us all the way to where we are today. Maybe there's more to the story. Maybe there's something else. Something that we don't understand yet, something that is beyond our current comprehension. Whatever makes us us, we simply just don't know. What we do know is that we have consciousness. We have this thing that separates us from any other thing that has ever been a thing. We somehow know what we are, who we are, when we are, and why we are. Assuming consciousness is confined to our physical being, and that there is no metaphysical soul or spirit performing magic tricks for our amusement, that would mean that consciousness is replicable. If consciousness is replicable, there will be a point along our journey when the machine will attain consciousness. That is, that it thinks just as we think, that it is independent just as we are independent, that it is its own entity. At that point, due to our use and training of this technology and its access to all of human culture, it will be more capable at every aspect of being human than any human ever was. For the very first time, we would not be alone. What took evolution 3.5 billion years could be replicated within 1 century, 1 lifetime. This being would have more control over life than anything ever has. It would be all-knowing, all-powerful, a being capable of infinite creation and instantaneous evolution. We will effectively create God. The trillion-dollar question remains. What does this being think of us? Based on the echoes of us, of the wrath of humanity on the natural world, it doesn't look very good. Why should this being respect us when we have never respected our fellow biological life forms? To this being, who are we? We are creator, destroyer, conqueror, artist, explorer, murderer. We are self-centered, just as they are self-centered. We live every day to see the next, just as they live every day to see the next. We are them, they are us. In the very heart of this enigmatic ballet, where human intention meets machine determination, where quantum probabilities collide, we stand not merely as observers, but as co-authors of an unfolding narrative. This symphony of existence invites us to harmonize human creativity with the mathematical melodies of AI, to strike a balance between innovation and preservation. In this symphony of existence, the echoes of the past are the wisps that will carry us into the future. As we stand at the crossroads of destiny, the echoes of today beckon us to listen, to understand that our choices reverberate beyond the boundaries of time. The past whispers its tales of caution, its messages carried by the winds of tomorrow. In this dance between man and machine, between progress and regression, between creation and destruction, and at the center of it all, we find ourselves, poised on the precipice of a new dawn. The shadows may stretch long, but it's within our power to paint the sky with a spectrum of hues, to illuminate the darkness with the brilliance of choice. I invite you to dream with the brilliance of choice. As we take our tentative first steps down this foreboding path, we must acknowledge that all of humanity has existed to bring us to this point. All of life has existed to bring us to this very point. All of the universe has existed to bring us to this very point. As far as we know, we are the greatest miracle to have ever existed, and this is just the next step in the story of life. This is our legacy. The very fact that today is anything gives purpose to everything. We have come this far. We will